This past year has been a study in weighing that question over and over again. In a year where so many things felt unsafe and uncertain, where each household has had to grapple with what they felt they could do or couldn't do, one of Belmont's guiding questions has been, what are the ministries we can do? When so much around us is no, where do we find our joy?
And our friends, these questions have been answered in so many ways as God leads us in doing new things at Belmont. The prophet Isaiah proclaims these words from God, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. It springs forth. Do you see it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." We are both Good Friday and Easter people, and God is doing great new things through Belmont United Methodist Church. If you haven't been in the building in a while, we hope that you will notice several changes that have been made in preparation and hope for a future day when we are all together again. There's updated wayfinding signage, which has been installed to replace the old faded signs and maps. And monumental signage has been added to key public spaces to make it easier for newcomers to find their way around. We have a beautiful new columbarium that is very close to completion. It awaits the final touches of a commissioned stained glass window, a bench to sit and reflect, iron gates to separate it from the entry lobby, and a cross feature for focus and spiritual guidance. Once those are in place, the space will be dedicated and ready for use. The Anderson Library has been relocated from Parker Hall to a spacious, light-filled new home in room 120 that is perfect for reading and reflection. And many thanks to Tate Kuehler for coordinating that project for his Eagle Scout Award.
As more of us got vaccinated and it felt safer to come back to church, we opened our doors with masks and then without and then back with. But they are open. And James and I have had the privilege of being here almost every Sunday since, and we started noticing a lot of new faces. We have averaged 3 new people coming through our doors since June, which I think speaks to people seeking connection and community after a long year of isolation. We have been lucky to see firsthand the creative forms ministry has taken. From our kids' vacation Bible school on Sunday afternoons where they made sushi and sang songs and were able to just be kids again, to a communion service for those families with young children. We see it in our outdoor music making as kids are gathering under trees and tents and singing every Wednesday night with lights and bringing joy back to that group. We have had choir retreats for both youth and our adults, and I tell you the tears flowed freely when we were able to sing with our voices all together after a year apart. Youth and young adults have been gathering and meeting mostly in porches and in backyards and sometimes on rivers. Our older adult classes are reaching out, learning hybrid Zoom, bringing communion and fellowship to those who feel they can't gather safely yet, and also in serving in our national community as service opportunities open up again. Our English as a second language classes are back. Teachers are in session both in person and on Zoom. Our 12-step programs have met again. They've been asking ever since we had to shut our doors, when will it be safe to come back? And we really are looking forward to welcoming our first guests back in November for Room in the Inn. You heard about United for Hope with its needs and opportunities for service at Aiken. And also we are looking at tutors for Project Transformation. And recently we've served communion and then the loving, inclusive face of God during Nashville's Pride Festival, as well as at the recent Pittsburgh Village Festival.
So with all these things going on, we are hoping that you will help us do these new things that God is calling us into. We ask you to think deeply and prayerfully to consider how you can give to God's work through Belmont UMC in 2022. After filling out your estimate giving card, you will return it to the church before October 31st. And throughout the rest of the month, you'll be hearing about other great opportunities and ways that you can be a part of all the things that we're doing here. Thank you very much.